محمد وآل محمد صلوات. Brothers and sisters, we would like to begin the program with the recitation of the Holy Quran. Please can we welcome Afifa with a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإن من شيعته لإبراهيم إذ جاء ربه بقلب سليم إذ قال لأبيه وقومه ماذا تعبدون أئفكا آلهة دون الله تريدون فما ظنكم برب العالمين فنظر نظرة في النجوم فقال إني سقيم فتولوا عنه مدبرين فراغ إلى آلهتهم فقال ألا تأكلون ما لكم لا تنطقون فراغ عليهم ضربا باليمين فأقبلوا إليه يزفون قال أتعبدون ما تنحتون والله خلقكم وما تعملون قالوا ابنوا له بنيانا فألقوه في الجحيم فأرادوا به كيدا فجعلناهم الأسفلين وقال إني ذاهب إلى ربي سيهدين رب هب لي من الصالحين فبشرناه بغلام حليم فلما بلغ معه السعي قال يا بني إني أرى في المنام أني أذبحك فانظر ماذا ترى قال يا أبت افعل ما تؤمر ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصابرين فلما أسلما وتله للجبين وناديناه أن يا إبراهيم قد صدقت الرؤيا إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين إن هذا لهو البلاء المبين وفديناه بذبح عظيم وتركنا عليه في الآخرين سلام على إبراهيم كذلك نجزي المحسنين إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين صدق الله العلي العظيم.
Thank you very much, Afifa. Brothers, we'll now move on to the Marshiya before we have the spoken word and the Masaib.
شیعیان امشب شام غریبان است جسم حسن عریان اندر بیابان است ای شیعیان امشب در کربلا امشب زاری و افغان است جسم علی اکبر اندر بیابان است ای شیعیان با حالت محزون چون نوشای در خون بر شاهدن اون هم هر چشم غریان است ای شیعیان چون زینب محزون با دیدای گریان گفت ای برادر جان ما به کس و یاریم ای شیعیان ختم رسول آید با جمله ابران از قتل فرزندش گریه و نالان است ای شیعیان ذاکر در اون مجلس صدیقای کبراست از داغ فرزندش با قلب سوزان است ای شیعیان گوید که ای بابم کشتد حسینم را گوید که ای بابم کشتد حسینم را بنگر چه شد جسمش سچاک و عریان است ای شیعیان آل رسول امشب روی زمین خوابند زین العباد از تب در افغان است ای شیعیان امشب سار پرخون در زیر خنجان را از آیا خانه خولی در خاک سوزان است ای شیعیان ای شیعیان امشب شام غریبانم جسم حسین عریان اندر بیابان است ای شیعیان
صلوات على محمد و آل محمد. Brothers and sisters, the next part of our program is the Masaib by Mohamed Yasin Devji. Please welcome him with a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa al Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين لا سيما خاتمهم وأفضلهم محمد مصطفى صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم وعلى أهل بيت الطهارة لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين الحجة ابن الحسن أجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك عليكم مني جميعا سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله الآخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. Please recite a salawat. Respected scholars, elders, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Tonight, we remember Lady Zainab bint Ali, who became the keeper of Karbala's light. The sun had set, but there was no moon, no star, no breeze, only the smell of burning tents, the cries of children, and the sounds of hooves trampling upon the bodies of saints. The sands of Karbala, stained red by day, now blackened under the night shadows. Sham-e-Ghariba had begun. The silence was more terrifying than the battle had been. At least during the day, there had been the sounds of courage, the clash of swords defending truth, voices raised in prayer, the thunder of horses carrying their riders towards paradise. Now, there was only the terrible quiet of the aftermath, broken by the distant laughter of those who had forgotten that they must answer to Allah. The tents of the Ahlul Bayt were pillaged. The enemies snatched earrings from the ears of young girls and tore veils from women's heads. They set the tents of the family on fire and looted everything that was inside them. The enemies moved through these sacred spaces like locusts, grabbing whatever caught their eye. Earrings that had been gifts from loving fathers were ripped from tender young ears. Veils that represented dignity and protection were torn away as trophies. Children's toys, family heirlooms, even the simple belongings that make a tent feel like home, all of it was scattered, stolen, destroyed. And one memory of that hour comes from the lips of the child of that very household. Fatima, the young daughter of Imam al-Hussein herself. A man bent to tear the gold anklets from her feet, and as he stole them, he was weeping. "What makes you weep, O enemy of God?" she asked. "How shall I not weep," he answered, "when I am plundering the daughter of the Messenger of God?" "Then do not take them from me," she said. And he replied, "I fear that if I leave them, another will come and take them in my place." He wept and robbed her still. And in that whole army, the conscience that should have stirred 10,000 hearts stirred in only but one, and she a stranger to them. In a narration, a woman from one of the tribes, there with her husband amongst the enemy, saw the men breaking into the tents of the women and snatching at them. And she took up a sword and turned upon her own people, O men, shall the daughters of the Messenger of God be plundered while you do nothing? There is no judgment but God's. Rise and defend the blood of the Messenger of God. Her husband caught her by the arm and dragged her back to her camp. One voice in all of that plain, even it silenced. But the cruelest theft wasn't of material things. They were trying to steal dignity itself, to reduce the family of the Prophet to the level of common prisoners, to make them forget who they were. They had no idea that dignity was something no earthly force could ever take away from these blessed souls. And the fire, oh, the fire, that dastardly fire. The fire caught quickly. Children screamed. Mothers rushed to shield them. Sparks flew into the night. They drove them out of the tents first, and then they put the tents to the torch. And the daughters of the Messenger of God, the light of the eyes of Sayyidah Zahra, came out into the open, unveiled, stripped of their cloaks, barefoot, weeping, fleeing the flames like captives already led away in chains. Lady Zainab ran through the flames. She gathered the children with her bare hands, her own robe torn, her veil stolen, but her strength unmatched. She found one of Imam's young daughters alone near the edge of the battlefield. Lady Zainab knelt beside her, this woman whose own heart was drowning in grief, and somehow found the strength to become a safe harbor for that little distressed soul. She wrapped her in what remained of her own torn robe, whispered some prayers that brought her comfort, held her close enough that the child could feel a heartbeat. She found another of the children, calling out for her father, Baba, again and again. She was only a little one. She had spent the long day trying to be brave for the smaller children, but now, in the darkness, her courage finally faded. She called for the one person who had always been able to make everything right for her, not understanding that some kinds of hurt are too vast for any earthly comfort to heal. Lady Zainab found her wandering amongst the fallen, still calling, still hoping. Without a word, she took the child's hand and led her back toward what remained of their shelter. Sometimes love speaks more clearly through presence than through any words at all. She found Ali ibn al-Hussein, Imam Zain al-Abidin, too weak to rise, burning with fever, barely breathing. Lady Zainab approached her nephew with the tenderness of a mother and the awareness of someone who understood the weight of divine responsibility. She had lost her brother, her son, and her companions, but here was the one that Allah had chosen to preserve. In her care for his burning forehead, in her gentle words of comfort, she was tending to not just a sick young man, but the future of their entire spiritual legacy. And so, all through that night, she went among them, binding what small wounds she could, drawing the little ones in against the cold, steadying each trembling heart, telling them in 100 wordless ways that their fathers had not been lost for nothing, that everything had been given back to God. The wind carried the scent of ash and blood. The sky refused to shine, and the earth refused to speak. And there, amongst it all, the head of Imam al-Hussein on a spear. Lady Zainab found a pole and propped up what was left of a tent. With her body, she covered the children. With her voice, she calmed their trembling hearts. With no men left to protect them, no material resources, no certainty about tomorrow, Lady Zainab became both mother and father to these orphan souls. She created walls from her own body, a roof from her own strength, warmth from her own heart that somehow kept beating despite being shattered. Every other shelter on that plain had been torn down or burnt. The last one left standing she built out of herself. And when she could take it no more, she stood up on the open plain of Karbala and turned her face to the sky. She had no tent left, no protector, no strength the day had not already taken from her. And so she lifted what remained, the grief, the broken bodies, the orphaned and the trembling, and gave it all back into the hands of the one who had given it, and from whom nothing offered is ever truly lost. That night there was no rest, there was no sleep, only the rustle of fear, the shiver of the orphaned, and the echo of "Where is Baba?" spoken again and again. Children who had never spent a night without their fathers, crying themselves into an exhausted sleep. Women who had never been without male protection, trying to figure out how to survive. The injured groaning in pain with no care. The youngest ones asking questions that have no good answers. And through it all, Lady Zainab, moving from one broken heart to another, somehow finding words of comfort, she pulled from wells of strength that should not have existed, becoming the steady heartbeat that kept life going when everything else had stopped. Sham-e-Ghariba, the night when every heart of every believer cracks, never to be whole again. And yet, it was from this night, the night of ash and orphans, not the day of swords, that the truth would be carried out in the arms and on the tongue of one woman into every century that came after. Allah la'natullahi ala al-qawmi al-zalimin. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un.
Sham-e-Ghariba, 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 Sham-e-Ghariba.
اٹھتا ہے دھواں چلتی ہے ہوا، اٹھتا ہے دھواں چلتی ہے ہوا، اور دیکھ رہی ہے کربلا.
اے شام-ے-غریبا، اے شام-ے-غریبا،
مقتول ہوا ہے در کب سے، روتی تھی زمین روتا تھا قمر، تھکتا تھا نہیں شیطان مگر، پامال ہوا زہرا کا جگر جیسے ڈوبا سورج کا نشان، ویسے ڈوبا دل زینب کا، اور دیکھ رہی ہے کرب و بلا.
اے شام-ے-غریبا، اے شام-ے-غریبا،
پامال ہوئے ہیں سب لاشیں، اور خاک ہوئے سارے خیمے، عباس نہیں اکبر بھی نہیں، روتی ہے سکینہ مقتل میں، بالی بھی چھنی دامن بھی جلا، سب بیبیوں کی چھنتی ہے ردا، اور دیکھ رہی ہے کرب و بلا.
اے شام-ے-غریبا، اے شام-ے-غریبا،
ہے خون کا دریا کربل میں، سوتے ہیں 72 مقتل میں، سب بیبیاں ہیں بے چین یہاں، خاموش ہے بچے جھنڈ جنگل میں ہوتا ہے یتیم منہ پر حملہ اور مار کے ہنستے ہیں آدھا اور دیکھ رہی ہے غرب و بلا اے شام غریباں اے شام غریباں ایک جلتے ہوئے خیموں میں گرا سالار حرم ہے غش میں پڑا جل جائے یہاں یا بن میں چلے بتلا دو ہمیں میرے مولا زینب کی پریشانی ہے بے پردہ کن با احمد کا اور دیکھ رہی ہے غرب و بلا اے شام غریباں اے شام غریباں پہرے پہ اب زینب تنہا ہاتھوں میں لیے ٹوٹا نیزا عباس حرم بننا ہے اسے اے آسماں اب اس کا پردہ بچوں کو سنبھالے گا خود کو کوئی نہ سہارا ہے اس کا اور دیکھ رہی ہے غرب و بلا اے شام غریباں اے شام غریباں کہتی ہے اصغر کی مادر ارمان میرے ہے خون میں تر مقتل سے نہ آیا پھر واپس 6 ماہ کا میرا نور نظر پانی نہ میسر اس کو ہوا گردن پہ وہ تیر ستم کھایا اور دیکھ رہی ہے غرب و بلا اے شام غریباں اے شام غریباں معصوم سکینہ روتی ہوئی گھبرا کے یوں مقتل میں آئی چلائی کہ اے میرے بابا کس حال میں ہے بیٹی تیری کھاتی ہوں تماچے چہرے پر پاس اپنے بلا لو اے بابا اور دیکھ رہی ہے غرب و بلا اے شام غریباں اے شام غریباں پیچھے بچی بن میں آ کر کیا دیکھتی ہے بنتے حیدر آرام سے سوتی ہے بچی ایک بے سر لاش کے سینے پر ہے چاروں طرف پھونکا دریا سنسان ہے جنگل یہ سارا اور دیکھ رہی ہے غرب و بلا اے شام غریباں اے شام غریباں اے شام غریباں اے شام غریباں
صلوات. Brothers and sisters, before we finish with Ziyarat, I just wanted to say a few words, particularly to Shaykh Mohamed Yasin Devji. I know he's hiding behind in the AV room. But on behalf of the Executive Committee, I just wanted to offer a massive thank you for all the talks over the past few nights. It's been it's been really busy over here, as you've seen. Everyone's had really excellent feedback. We've started to collect some feedback for those. There's a plug for the feedback form as well. If you can see it, please do scan the QR code and give some more feedback, which we can pass on. But there's been lots of good feedback already, and thank you so much. From the beginning, talking about the wound which has been opened and perhaps not yet closed by the end, but going through all the different parts of the ways that we can think about all of the different parts of our lives and how we can improve ourselves through the month. So thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. And also thank you for the Masaibs during the day today, taking us through the events of Karbala, particularly around the day of Ashura and the Sham-e-Ghariba as well. So thank you very much. Can we please have a last salawat ala Muhammad? I also want to take this opportunity to thank those who are the volunteers who work in the background. Some of whom you won't see in the front, who are doing all the other bits and pieces, who are working in the background tirelessly to make sure that these programs run well. So again, can we please have a loud salawat for all of them as well? The programs over here at Mehfil Ali run throughout the year. We do have our major programs like Muharram and Ramadan, which alhamdulillah bring a really great crowd. We have lots and lots of programs throughout the year as well. So I just want to spend a few moments just talking about some of the unique programs that we have and some of the regular programs that we have as well through the year. Coming up over the next few weeks and months, you'll hear about some really great programs coming up. We have a wellness retreat coming up for the ladies, which will be taking place in the next few months, I think it's September. We'll have a summer camp coming up for the children as well. So if you'd like to find out more about these, do let us know. We'll also be having a special writing program, which will be with Shalina Jan Muhammad, which will hopefully take place in the next few weeks as well. And we'll also be hopefully taking a few people together to the MAMT Sports, which will be taking place in August. So there's lots of those programs coming up, which are sort of our special programs over the next few weeks, but we have lots of other programs through the rest of the year as well. On a weekly basis, we have programs throughout the week from Monday to Sunday. So on Mondays, we have exercise classes for the ladies. On Tuesdays, we have yoga classes. We have some exercise classes as well. On Wednesdays we have classes. On Wednesdays and Thursdays we have classes for. On Wednesdays there's karate and taekwondo classes. On Thursday we have Hifth program and Qur'an Recitation for children. And on Thursdays we also have our Dua Kumal and Surah Yasin program. So do join us for that in the evenings. And then on Friday we have our regular Salam talks. So our Salam talks are sort of a feature of our regular programs. And every week we have a different speaker, a variety of different speakers through the year. This is just on the screen right now. You can see the next 10 speakers. There's really a massive variety from talking about things like our environment by Dr. Ashfaq Khalfan, who will be coming on the 3rd of July. We'll have our programs such as Arba'een and the Wafat of Imam Hassan with Muzayla Raza and Sheikh Subhani, and we'll have lots of other talks which can be relating to political things as well as relating to other spiritual things within our religion and our faith. So please do join us for those. They're really, really impressive speakers there. Another example of one of those is Abi Shleim, who'll be coming to speak to us on the 17th of July. So do please join us for all of those. And on Saturdays and Sundays we also have other programs, including things like tafsir classes, tuition classes, madrasa classes. The list goes on. There's lots and lots going on, so please do join us. You can visit our website for more information and to find out more, or you can ask any one of the committee members if you want to find out. We have a WhatsApp group as well. You can join that and you can have regular updates. Just a final plug before I finish, just to ask for fundraising. There's a few projects. Obviously, the Muharram program itself costs about £8,000. We've raised just over £6,500 from the last time I've seen figures. So please do donate towards that to try and make sure that we raise funds for the program this Muharram. Please do give us feedback as well about the Muharram programs. It's really important for us to have feedback. It's the only way that we're going to be able to improve and offer what you're looking for for as well. So please do give us feedback and make suggestions. That's what we would like to see. So there are lots of white space bits, white space questions where you can just give some of your words, just give us some thoughts, good or bad. And also in terms of fundraising, I can't leave this without asking for fundraising for the Salam Center. As all of you know, the Salam Center, you've probably seen outside, is sort of watertight, as it were, but the next stage, the next phase is going to be the internal fit out. It's a big project. There's lots and lots going on with it, and there are lots of teams which are helping to support. So if you're interested in it, if you want to take part and sort of support in other ways, please do let us know. If you'd like to donate, we're currently running the Give 20 campaign, which was on the screen a second ago, where we're trying to raise money by having regular donations of £20 a month. If you'd like to do that, please make a donation. You can scan the QR code there, or you can visit our website, theslamcenter.com, and you can donate there. Or you can also, of course, make larger sum values if you'd like, either again on our website or via the pay stations or by bank transfer. If you'd like to hear any more, again, please speak to any one of our committee members. Salawat ala Muhammad wa al Muhammad.
زيارة. السلام عليك يا سيدي يا مولاي يا رسول الله. السلام عليك يا سيدي يا مولاي يا نبي الله. السلام عليك يا سيدي يا مولاي يا محمد بن عبد الله ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك وعلى زوجة الوفية الغراء خديجة الكبرى أم المؤمنين. السلام عليك وعلى ابن عمك أمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب صير رسول رب العالمين. السلام عليك وعلى بضعتك الصديقة الطاهرة فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين. السلام عليك وعلى ولديك الإمامين الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك. عليكم مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك وعلى أئمة المسلمين من ذرية ولدك الحسين علي السجاد محمد الباقر وجعفر الصادق وموسى الكاظم وعلي الرضا محمد الجواد وعلي الهادي والحسن العسكري والحجة ابن الحسن المهدي. السلام عليك يا سيدي يا مولاي يا صاحب الزمان. عجل الله تعالى فرجك وسهل الله مخرجك وظهورك واجعلنا من أنصارك وأعوانك المستشهدين بين يديك. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم كن وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه طويلا. فصل اللهم على سيدنا محمد وآل الطيبين الطاهرين.